Good evening and welcome to this November 10th, 2025 meeting of the Akron Public School Board's Instructional Policy and Student Achievement Committee. I'm Diana Autry. I'm here with my co-chair, Mr. Alexander, Superintendent Outley, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Lash, and Marcy Ebright of College and Career Academies. Thank you and welcome. So we are going to jump right into our agenda. First of all, we have the minutes. Is our first item, and I do want to thank the team for updating those minutes as requested, actually from the September meeting. I note that it has been updated, our discussion around Bookdale and the cosmetology program. I also wanted to note for the record that the committee's discussion around that included a proposal for a 0.5 community resource specialist that was introduced, so I just wanted to make sure to acknowledge that from those minutes, and hopefully that'll be coming to the full board for approval. And so with that being said, are there any other comments or questions around the minutes? Any corrections? Okay, seeing none. Moving on, I don't believe there are any requests to address the committee unless someone would like to address the committee. Seeing none. So we will move on to our discussion topic. First item, 3.01, Student Achievement Strategic Plan. Superintendent Outley.
Greetings, Madam Chair, Member Alexander, Assistant Superintendent Lash, President Jackson, and then my colleagues and members of the media. I just wanted to take this opportunity to go over our blueprint for excellence, just some updates so that you know where we stand as far as the document is concerned. We are moving into year 3 of a 5-year strategic plan called Blueprint for Excellence. And our team met this summer to update the document, but we also used it as an opportunity to do some consolidation of some of the items that are in the plan. We are still keeping our 4 cornerstones that outlines our key performance areas. We are currently completing our first quarter KPI reviews. The plan will go from August to August. And so right now we are wrapping that up and we will have that ready to present actual documents to the board. We are connecting the data to each of the 4 cornerstones, which remain as academic achievement, culture of safety and belonging, family and community engagement, and operational excellence. Earlier in the year, it was the last board meeting in September, we did go over our report card results, which will also be inside of the updated blueprint for excellence as part of those KPIs. This year's formal update, along with a printed copy for board members, will be forthcoming. We will include the most current KPIs and report card data so that the information shared with the board and the community is complete. To ensure fiscal responsibility, we opted not to print materials this year, allowing us to manage cost effectively and avoid reprints as new data is released. This information will also be housed on our website. And over the summer, senior leadership conducted a thorough review of the plan to address the state's updated DEI requirements as well. As you may recall, the timeline for these changes was very short, which prompted us to take a closer look at several objectives, strategies, and initiatives to ensure they remain aligned with the state guidance and our district's strategic priorities. The adjustments are targeted and thoughtful, allowing us to keep the blueprint clear, focused, and actionable. We look forward to sharing the updated summary and the highlights just a little later this fall. And I can open to any questions you may have.
Thank you, Superintendent. Other questions? Okay. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Next item on our agenda, under CCA Deeper Dives, we will have information on entrepreneurship, our fourth E. And turn it over to Marcy Ebright. Thank you.
Hi. We're getting a screen up that way, but that's okay. Good evening, committee chair and members. Thank you for having me here tonight. With me, I have Ms. Beth Winter, our partner engagement coordinator. I have also with us Ms. Cornelia Cooper, who is our marketing and entrepreneurship pathway teacher over at Firestone CLC. And I also have with us the incredible, which will seal the show, Arpan Tayang from North High School, and his academy coach, Ben Effinger from North High School. So we're here tonight to talk to you a little bit about what we do for entrepreneurship here in Akron Public Schools, where we're currently at, some outcomes, some things that are happening to share from our teachers and students, and some plans for next steps. So, of course, we always follow our mission and vision. We want our kids to be those architects thinking about their future, prepared to thrive in the ever-changing world. What the world of marketing, entrepreneurship, and business in the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years is going to look like, one can only guess, right? So we're excited that we get to set some of those foundational visions with our students. We're going to hit this academic achievement cornerstone. And we're going to get to discuss, like as I said, those marketing entrepreneurship pathways in our schools, how the students' experiences in those pathways. We're going to talk a little bit about career technical student organizations, DECA, and Aspire with the University of Akron as opportunities where we build entrepreneurship mindsets with students. We've talked before to you about our senior experience around Dream Days and how we've differentiated those to include entrepreneurship, and some plans for some capstone experiences in that area. So as you can see up on the screen, our pathway document across the various schools. Every school, it's the only pathway in which we have marketing entrepreneurship represented in each of our high schools. And an academy owning each one of those. We have 53 different pathways in the district, so 6 of them making up this marketing and entrepreneurship. We've talked before, those decisions are driven largely in part around the labor outlook and interests of students. And because there's such a positive labor outlook in this area for kiddos and opportunities for them post-secondary, and also a lot of interest, it's often one of our most popular pathways for kids to take advantage of. So we have 4 courses that are offered in marketing entrepreneurship. During their sophomore year, students take marketing principles, where they get that foundational information. During their junior year, marketing applications, obviously taking all that knowledge that they gained during their sophomore year and start to see how they can put that into place. And then 2 courses during their senior year, merchandising and buying, and strategic entrepreneurship. Our pathway teachers collectively wrote this pathway promise that the scholars will successfully complete the pathway prepared with their credentials, college credits, and community experiences that support any of their future aspirations. They also offer credentials in business of retail, customer service and sales, retail industry fundamentals. And accumulating those industry credentials earns a student the industry credential recognized seal on their diploma. Next, I'll talk a little bit about our CTSOs. Those are organizations that run during the day and after school. Tiffany Lundy in the College and Career Academy's office helps organize those CTSOs across the district. They develop career, leadership, life skills. They have, I'm not sure, I don't have the clicker, the laptop up here. Can you click where it says APS featured CTSOs? Thank you. There is a website that features all the different variety of CTSOs that we have in the districts and where they are offered. So there is a page on the website for families to see what they are, and schools promote participation in the different CTSOs that we offer. In particular, DECA is the one that focuses most on this entrepreneurship piece. So we'll talk a little bit about that one too. But it's a very popular one. All of our high schools have some sort of DECA club that's working with students. Can you go back on the presentation, please? And we can go ahead and go to the next one. Boop. Thank you. So Eric Matthews, one of our leaders in the DECA work, sent this information to share with you for tonight, that he wanted you to understand what DECA does in this Building Tomorrow's Leaders Today, where they lead events, manage projects, they participate in real-world challenges. Oftentimes, we've seen students come in to be recognized before the board, and you've seen articles that come out about the competitions that students go to and show off their skill sets. They attend leadership conferences, so we support DECA membership going to leadership conferences. We're an opportunity where they can learn from other students across the state or the country. They attend workshops and conventions. Throughout that, they build a professional network of mentors and peers. They wanted you to know that they increase their self-confidence through they have to public speak, have those new experiences, and also the value of teamwork and those relationships, and really building that entrepreneurial mindset is an outcome of those events. So that said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Mr. Taeyang here. He's going to come on up because as one of our young entrepreneurs, he wants to share with you a little bit about what he does. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you introduce yourself and your pathway in your school?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to connect this presentation I made for you guys. And first of all, let me hand this business card. Here you go.
I love that. That is awesome.
I didn't forget about you guys. You know this love. All right, I need help connecting this Do I plug this? Do I plug this?
I don't know. Let's see. He can come out. He may need to grab your presentation and get it up for you.
Beautiful. How you guys doing today? It's snowing. It's a beautiful day.
Here, I can, if you share it with me too, I can probably just link it. Will you all bear with us for a second while we get Tarpon's presentation shared?
Pardon? Yes.
Can we log in on the computer here? Or do you just want to connect it?
Yeah, if we can, yeah, copy that and then send that.
Oh, no, I can't.
Yeah, it's on this slide. Can you email that to, can you send that to an email?
The presentation is worth it, guys. You know, it's worth it.
It's, that's okay. I'm gonna send that to BR user at apslearns.org. You need G, yep. Yeah. BR user. APS Learns. And then you can just paste it. Hold up. Or paste it in here. It's okay. Yeah. And then you can use this clicker to.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and.
First of all, good afternoon, everybody. I want to thank you for this opportunity. My name is Arpan Taeyong. I am a junior from North High School. I'm a proud Viking, 330 baby. This is my business, Arpan's Vision Marketing. Oh, could you click for me, please? Perfect. So, what is Arpan's Vision Marketing? Arpan's Vision Marketing is a marketing agency where we help businesses and individuals grow their online presence through content creation, website development, and AI adoption. So, about us, okay? I picked up the camera when I was just 10 years old. I was in the church event. I fell in love. I had an old Canon T8i. Beautiful, I miss her. Look, at age of 13, I started working out. And, you know, I wanted to create content. And I fell in love making content. At age of 15, I networked and I landed an opportunity to manage a social media for one of the businesses through gym, okay? And in 2 months, I have got them around 200,000 views, and I put them from 25,000 Google searches, 20,000 Google searches, and 4-star to 5-star review. So, what do we do? Let me make this simple for you, okay? So we help businesses and individuals grow their online presence in social media platforms. Anyone can make videos. Anyone can make videos, but they cannot make engaging content. That's where I come at. We focus on client niche, and we research about what kind of content will work with their field. We convert their viewers into potential clients and leads. So, what kind of services do we offer? We offer content creation, website development, and AI adoption. So, everybody knows what's AI, right? AI is taking over left through right. They're gonna replace it soon, but they ain't smart like us. They're not smart like us. But look, AI, if we use AI correctly, it has so much benefit. Okay, let me show you. So in content creation, what we do is we focus on our client niche. 3 things we do. First, focus on client niche. Second, we do research. Okay, for example, Mr. Bruce, you feel me? You look like you work out, okay? So you at the gym, you wanna start your own social media, okay? You hit me up, saying how can I grow my account 0 to 10,000, okay? And we do research about what kind of things do your viewers want to see, and from that we convert your viewers into potential clients and lead. Third, we do script writing. In this generation, our attention span is less than 5 seconds. It's very bad, but that's good for us though. Look, in script writing, we help you grab this generation attention. We call them hook, okay? So for example, if I just say, this is how you will create your business to next level. No, they're gonna skip that, okay? The hook will interact with the viewers and snatch their attention. If you want your business to go next level, watch this video. Boom.
Here's the reason you're not the top sales leader of your sales team. My name is Kempton Perry. I'm a general agent with Vogue Life. I've been with the company now for nearly a decade. I've seen the underdogs become the main dogs. I've seen the main dogs become the underdogs. I've pretty much seen it all. The reason is,
This is what we do in content creation. Next thing, website development. 2 things, main 2 things, okay? We focus on clients, business, and idea. For example, Miss Diana, you know, you look wonderful. You want to start your own hair parlor, okay? So you talk to me, so Arpan, I want to do this. I want like my customers to book an appointment through website. How can they do that, okay? First. Second thing, we make it easy. Even a 5-year-old can go to the website. I want to book a hair appointment by the best, Miss Diana, okay? Boom, they click it, boom, boom, boom. It's easy. For example, This is one of the websites I made for local Mexican restaurant. It's located in Akron, Ohio. It's simple and easy. They click, 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 and order. Boom. Third thing, AI receptionist, which is AI adaption, okay? AI receptionist is, you guys know what's receptionist. They pick up the call, hey, how you doing? Boring, boring, boring. But no more boring, okay? How do we make it interesting, okay? Every time you call a customer service, press 1 to get connected with, no. They talk to you like a human being. They interact with you. They don't even make you feel like you're talking to a robot, okay? 3 things. Client, we focus on our client niche, okay? For example, Miss Mari, you want to open your glasses shop, right? Come on, I see the glasses, looking wonderful. So we focus on that. How can we make a receptionist interact with customers, not make them feel like we just want to focus on getting their money, right? So we make it, let me show you an example. I made a local receptionist for a barber shop. It talks to clients like a human being. It answers my questions. It helps me book.
Hello, this is Andrew from
and
Bell's
tells me
Barbershop.
what's
How can I help you
available,
today?
what can I
Hey,
do
Andrew,
with,
this is
and
Arpon.
I'm telling
I
you,
just wanted to book
if you use AI properly, it's gonna be the best thing.
Hey, RP, sure thing. Do you have a barber you'd like to book with, or should I
So
just find
this,
them?
we have 4 different packages in content, from basic to gold, okay? From posting twice per week, to posting every day. Take a look, please. Beautiful, ain't it? So you can contact us. My email is arponsvisionmarketing@gmail.com. My website is arponsvisionmarketing.com. My phone number is specially just for you guys, okay? 330-309-3876. And beautiful, thank you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Well. If you could bring the other presentation back up, thank you. I appreciate that. It's just a great example of the young entrepreneur spirit. We have a whole pitch presentation as part of one of our pathway students, and we're glad that he was here tonight to be able to share that with you. I also wanted to share that over the summer, we had students go, a group of students under the leadership of Miss Carmela Cooper. Ms. Cooper, would you like to come up? Went and attended the College of Business Summer Aspire Camp. Would you like to talk a little bit about what the kiddos did there? Yes.
Hello, everyone. Just to reiterate on Arpon, I just want to say, I got a call yesterday, and I totally forgot about this project we had done. And I had students go into local businesses and revamp their business. And you would just be amazed at how our local businesses appreciate it. It was free. But she was hitting me up to see if we could do another contract that she was willing to pay for. They revamped her social media, as he said, their menus, the face of social media, the pricing, and showing them how to connect to the customers. It's different now that we're in 2025. So that's one of the main reasons we need entrepreneurship. We have students like Arpon who need a place to be able to expand on their talents. And what I had happen was we were going to Akron University. They also help us with DECA, but they started a program that they had me sit in on and help them. And it's a week-long competition with scholarships and prizes for the winning. But the reason it was such a key aspiration for my students because they actually did mock businesses. And that's what we teach in DECA. So the students did competitions amongst all the other high schools that were there, and we got the first pick, Akron Public Schools, I think. We ended up landing the first pick of the 10 students to be able to go. So they went for a week, and you know that was serious for the kids to give up their summer. They learned real financial and marketing decisions, business leadership and mentors, real-world problem solving, leadership and team activities. But the real killer of the whole situation was our students knew the stuff. So they were very impressed. They're going to do it again. And we just went to Kent State. I have to throw this in. We went to Kent State for a marketing class to sit in on. And the professor pulled me to the side. He's like, your students know everything. I don't know what to do. He was like, I did basic marketing, and our kids literally know all of these things. So what we're trying to do with entrepreneurship is if the students go to college, that is great. If they don't, they have a backup plan. But now college is so expensive, most of our students are starting businesses before they leave our high school to help fund college. So we teach in entrepreneurship, business marketing, have two things going on. This is the world we live in. You're going to college, but you need a backup plan. And Inspire helped move our kids to the next level, showing them actually college classes, interacting, how to present yourself. But the main thing is that they were so impressed at Akron Public Schools, we knew most of everything they taught us. And that's what we're doing. We're trying to take our kids to the next level. As you can see with Arpon, he's not regular. Okay, so this is what entrepreneurship is needed, because we have students like this that we are taking to the next level. North and Firestone made it to nationals, and it just opened our kids up to see it's a bigger world out there. But everything leads to entrepreneurship. Even if you're working for a company, you're always looking for a way to create your own business, and that's what we do. Any questions? No?
Thank you so much. Go ahead. Yes.
Oh, thank you. And thank you, Armand. That was a wonderful presentation. Everyone knows I love the 4th E, entrepreneurship. I think it's very vital and important. Now, all of our high schools, Marcy, you said that all of our high schools have DECA? Because we had a student board member that was here just last board meeting, and he actually was inquiring about having some type of program, but he went to either Akron Early College, I believe, or STEM, or NISTEM.
Right, but then they can come and join Firestone, North, East.
Okay, so they would have to, so the school itself cannot, is that a possibility for one of those schools to have their own DECA program?
Yeah, we
because
can
that was his ask, actually, to have like something entrepreneurial focus within their school. I didn't bring his exact notes, but I'm wondering, is that something that can happen so that in fact all our schools do have
Right.
it?
We put out applications each year for teachers to say if they want to open any CTSO. So if a teacher feels like they have their talent to run an entrepreneurship club,
So it's just
usually
the
our marketing
so they,
teachers are just
got you.
naturally lend themselves to it.
I got you. So the students can recruit a teacher to be like an advisor of the club.
Yes.
For DECA.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, okay, that's cool. That's what I wanted to know, because when you said all students, and then the students who are able to take part in the pitch contest, not in the pitch contest, that were able to do the mock businesses, what you described, which I think is phenomenal because I love experiential learning. Were you all, was that across the district, or was that just Firestone?
For the
When they-
summer Aspire camp, or
No, it's two-part question. The event that you explained about your students helping to revamp some of those local businesses, and you recently got a call, is that DECA APSY or DECA Firestone?
So it was DECA Firestone because we were a part of the trial. So they chose us to do a trial. So now I think they're going to open it up next summer to all the schools.
Okay, thank you for that. Is that the Akron U? Yeah,
Yes.
okay, with the Aspire. Okay, great, thank you.
Yes.
That's fine.
So I just wanted to show. In each pathway. So in each pathway, all the students do something different to help the school stores if they have a school store. So our students go out and they actually create the logos, print it on, or they have to go out and find a business, the cheapest business that print on for us. So in entrepreneurship, we're actually doing businesses. We're not just doing books, because that's just not, you got to have the real connection of the world for them to understand how to do it. So we're in the classrooms, but we are also having them create their own businesses, do marketing plans, business plans. By the time they leave us, they know how to do a business plan. They know how to start a website, cards, flyers, everything they need. When they walk out that door, they can create a business, and most of them create it while they're in the classroom.
Thank you. Mr. Alexander?
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because most people, who even adults, when they start a business, they have no idea how to write a business plan, and that's a critical piece of starting a business, having your business plan, how it's going to work and how everything will flow, because everything flows through that plan. So I'm glad that you guys are doing it. I think the real world experience as well is really good for them. Get it in the classroom, but get out there and get the real experience, because the book in the field is really different. So I thank you for doing that, and we'll hopefully get more students involved.
Yes, and it's very effective because I had a business for 26 years. Well, I still have it. But if I would have had a tenth of the information that I'm giving my students, my business would have went on another level a long time ago.
Thank you,
Member
Madam
Hall.
Chair. Well, it was the reason why your business didn't go far a long time ago, because you wouldn't be here right now to educate our students.
I still go back and forth.
So we thank you for that. I know when I was in high school, I went to Bookto. No surprise. We didn't have DECA. Firestone did. So all of my friends that went to Firestone, they used to talk about competing and doing this and that. And I used to be like, why we can't get DECA? What is DECA? You know, I was always trying to inquire, what is DECA? Why can't we have it? So I do appreciate that it's at every school. But also I want to make sure that teachers have the enthusiasm and love, as you do, to continue to push the students forward. And then secondly, you said that when you guys do your prints for your shirts or whatever that is, and you go to businesses to get it printed, are you paying those businesses to print?
Well, now we're going to do it a little different, but yes, we would. So we like to do local businesses, and Frank at Our Cloth comes into the classroom, and because through DECA, we hire him through DECA, but he comes into the classroom and he does a presentation for the students and helped me create a contest. So it was my class, plus it was also fashion and design.
Okay.
So we made flyers. 2 of my students did designs. 4 of her students did designs, and then the students were responsible for the marketing.
Okay. Can I follow up? The reason why I asked that question, if we're paying, because I know some schools, and it's so funny that the principal of East just walked in while you were talking, and it was going through my mind, that they have like their own like full store where they can do the prints and things like that.
We have it
you
now,
ever
too.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that's why I was like, why are
Yeah.
we paying companies
No,
to
we
do
have
what
it-
we can
have
do
it now, but-
in-house?
Okay, so it's a little different.
Okay.
When you're talking about, okay, so the students design this, okay, and then he put the layout together. So when we're printing and pressing, if I send it out for a generic print at the time, then I could just press that on. But the way we design these, we needed him to put it together for us, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
I understand.
So now if I go online and I put in Firestone, or I reach out to a company that now will do the labels or basic, I can print those on. So at this point, we did it with a collaboration to show kids how businesses run.
Understood.
So he gave us a lot of his insight and a lot of knowledge you wouldn't get just from anybody's just not going to give you the knowledge of their business. And that's what he did for us. Okay. So going forth now, when we go and order a massive amount of prints that I send out to a company and they'll say they'll do this design, we can now print them on.
Okay.
We're on it.
Thank you. You know, I'm all for, you know, our kids doing
Yes.
all the work and local Akron businesses to
Yes,
get the work
yes,
too.
yes.
So thank you for that. Good job.
Okay, this is the last few items. Thank you, Ms. Cooper. As you're aware, we moved to that Dream Day 2.0, which was incorporating that 4th E, because we've always done our enlistment, enrollment, and employment, and then really took time to make sure that we were taking that 4th E and giving seniors the opportunity to dig into what it would take to get ready for that. So that is part of their senior countdown experience and those checklists that we've covered with you in the past. And they're linked in your presentation as well for you to reference if you'd like to take a look at them. So, and my question to us and all of us, our next piece, you know, we have so many opportunities that we're building and moving in the high school, but really thinking about how we're offering some of those younger students opportunities to start building those early aspirations around entrepreneurship and get those ideas set. A lot of our inquiry work helps them think about problem solving and how to come up with solutions, and starting to think about how do we build those earlier for students. We're also looking at how we can build out plans in the future for some senior capstones. You're aware that we have the Amazing Shake as sort of that 5th grade summative defense of my portrait. I'm leaving elementary, I have all these skills. We have our Changemaker at 8th grade summative experience. So we're looking at how we could have a more formalized way that students are exiting high school and being able to defend their portrait of a graduate. And one of those things that they could do is participate in a senior capstone experience all around entrepreneurship. And I sort of envision that for any student in any pathway, not just the marketing students, but students who are in a different pathway who are like, I want to learn more about this business aspect and do a little deeper dive on it. So we're looking at how we can add that as an opportunity for students as their senior summative exit experience capstone. Okay. So I think that we're all done unless you have any other questions for us at this time.
Thank you. Member Hall.
Thank you for this presentation. Sorry I came in a little late, but I appreciate this presentation because I know when I was doing my first year as a board member and I did the graduation at Bookdo, and I saw so many students as entrepreneur, it kind of made me upset because I'm like, do we really have the pathways that is needed at all schools, especially Bookdo? And I felt like, oh, we just threw entrepreneurship there as a whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I was feeling some kind of way about that because it was so many students had the entrepreneur, the sash on. And I was just seeing them walking, I'm like, what are they getting out of it? I didn't hear of any students creating businesses. I didn't hear of any excitement or hype about it. I didn't hear anyone say anything on the mic that a student, did a business or future or whatever it was. I heard none of that. So I kind of was thinking, sounds like entrepreneurship is kind of like a cop-out. But this presentation kind of really opened my eyes a little bit more, and I thank you for that. Especially our own student here, creating his own business and learning through this pathway. I can appreciate it more. So I just would like to hear more exciting things from, all the schools, North, Firestone, Bookdo, East, Garfield, all our schools, and even, STEM or Akron Early, they're still our kids, right? And I understand that STEM is, science, math, technology, engineering, and Akron Early is more focused on college readiness, but those kids they may still have the aspirations of being entrepreneurs and starting businesses too. So I would really like to see this in all schools, because they're there all the time, and not knowing what time DECA may start at Firestone, it could be during the day. So now the kid at Akron Early or STEM has to try to come all the way back to another side of town to just try to participate in that. So if we could try to look into that for 2026.
Absolutely.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Dr. Jackson.
Just for clarity, so the students, all that they need to find for these other schools is a teacher advisor to have DECA. That's all they just have to do that at work. So that can be a response to the student board member, that one question as far as how they can get these programs. So it's finding the enthusiastic teacher, as Member Hall was saying. I just want to reiterate that because the action steps can start happening now because we have some really dope teachers like Mackenzie Wagner at Bookdo. I think of her. And she's not DECA, but I've seen her at every youth entrepreneur event that I've hosted or been a part of through my own affiliation. She is there with her with APS kids that are not in a DECA pathway, but they're entrepreneurs. Like I talked about, for years I've talked about these the Bailey brand, and different students who are doing things from lace front wigs, and they're not in a pathway, but they have grit, like Michelle Duckworth's book, Grit. And so when you have teachers like a Mackenzie Wagner that identifies and knows, STEM or Akron Early may have these teachers like the teacher who did the track because they didn't have the track team. It's just really finding those teachers who have the heart work, because then it becomes to the hands and they'll work with the kids and they'll be committed through. And I think the best people to find those committed teachers are the kids, because they know who are the real deal instead of people trying to recruit people. The learners, if they desire it, they need to tap that teacher that they know is going to roll with them through this. And then we'll see, I think, that leveraging, because we have a lot of entrepreneurs. Like you talk about the tassels, the stoles. I'm telling you, it's a lot that ain't have stoles on within our district. And I'm really thankful. Shout out to East Principal. Some great things that I think is going to be coming out of East. I'm looking forward to that member hall for you to report out about that and the collaboration with what's happening there. So just thank you. And thank you again, young man, for the presentation. That's dope. Yeah, excellent job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you to the team. Seeing students like Arpon makes me really hopeful for our future, not only in our district, but our city. And so thanks again. Thank you. Okay. Superintendent Outley.
Just one other thing. I believe I heard earlier in the year, President Jackson mentioned another way for younger kids to enter entrepreneurship is through the Lemonade Day or Stand idea concept, where we teach them how to open up their own lemonade stand. So like elementary just started their Amazing Shake. I think this would be another great idea to teach our students how to own their own business, getting them ready for the summer, opening up their own lemonade stand. I was reading where it said that there's actually a program that goes by this name, and it serves 1.5+ million students right now in 97 communities in 2 countries, and the students have raised over $184 million by opening these lemonade stands. So that's something else we could consider.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you.
I do
Dr.
have
Johnson?
it's National Lemonade Day, and I actually have in my office a couple of proclamations because I've been having students participate in this for years, and I have some students actually in their books. When you open their book, you'll see Keisha Williams. She's in there, but she's a graduate from Bookto, but I had her younger because I've been doing this for a long time with younger kids through. So you're absolutely right. It's very easy, but I can't even bring you the book. They give you everything that you need to go to it for the littles, and then make it be something, and then as the school year starts or ends, that can be the project as an introduction for them to have National Lemonade Day. So I'm glad you brought that up, but it is a great segue into the introduction. And usually the whole city gets involved, like usually the mayor of the city and will write a proclamation about National Lemonade Day. You can advertise it on your website so that people know within the community to stop by these various sites throughout the Akron city. And it's a great way to engage community partners, because what you would do, like a lot of beauty salons, I wish I can remember some that I list, a lot of beauty salons were really anchors for that. Some people that had beauty salons allow students to be set up outside their shops. Henry's Acme at the time was also a location. Kenmore Ice Cream. You can find Kenmore Freeze, yeah. You find different businesses that would allow students to be like in front of their business, like a Rocco's Pizza or Gino's, just local places that it's accessible for the students to get to. And I even thought with coming into Akron, it may even be advantageous because of the safe serve, if the lemonade could be prepared, like the volunteers, like our parent liaisons, like if we partner with somewhere like Acme One for the resources, and then it was prepared in those kitchens, the district kitchens, because then the environment was good, it was prepared properly, and we are not looking at the resources, individual student resources, but we leverage our partnerships with various stores like Acme and the Albright families or something like that to consider. So excellent, thanks.
Thank you for that. And I hope that this committee moving forward will continue this focus on entrepreneurship. I know we briefly talked about Kai Sanat and how he came to the university, and I just think that's a mindset of a lot of our young people. So this 4th E is really important. I hope the work continues around that, and thank you. So moving on in our agenda here, and so we heard about the Ron Clark Academy visits, and so I'm excited to hear some feedback, some true implementation that we've had from our teachers here after having that visit. Dr. Lash?
Yes, good evening, everyone. And Ms. Entre, we are excited as well. This summer, we had several individuals attend the Ron Clark Academy to learn practical insights and tools to create positive, inclusive school cultures that promote student engagement, increase student achievement, and develop meaningful relationships. And so we are excited that Principal Grace Tome and her team, they are here tonight to let us know about the exciting work that Glover CLC is doing to launch the ideas and takeaways from the professional development this summer. And so with that, I will invite Principal Tome and Mrs. Merriweather.
Like, do you want me to stand? Yes. I know, right? So when we went for our visit, we all received a shirt. I wore mine on Friday because I do think it's important for my kids to know where they're going. So, yeah. Well, thank you all for inviting us. Mr. Johnson, would you like to come up as well? Okay. All right. So we were two of a team of 5 that went to Ron Clark Academy. And so you are going to be, and thank you for inviting us. You are going to be our quick, dry run through because I have this presentation on Friday for Akron in Action as well. So here's where the excitement began. We were invited to attend the Ignite the Classroom on April 14th. And through that, at the end, they had these 4 slides. They said 3 and then 4 popped up. And if you were 100 of the 200 people sitting there, you received a scholarship to take your team to go. And so like the first slide goes by, and I don't even remember who was on the first. Was it you? It was Grace. I was on the last slide. So we were like, we see like one of our team members go, and like the next slide, another team member goes. And so like, I'm just excited, like some of my team is going. And by the last slide, like all 5 of us were invited. So there was some very colorful excitement vocabulary from me that we all got to go. So this was actually from the newspaper. So you see Miss Nolan and Christy, and then we did have a few other team members go as well. So I could go through these bullets and I could share with you, but I actually am going to have Moses go ahead and click on Mrs. Craig because she is a kindergarten teacher. So to tell you that the house system can go all the way down to kindergarten and that it works, she is going to summarize basically every bullet that is the purpose of the house system that we brought back to Glover.
Hi, my name is Grace Craig. I'm a kindergarten teacher at Glover CLC, and over the summer, I had the incredible privilege of getting to visit the Ron Clark Academy on a conference sponsored by Huntington Bank. One of the biggest takeaways for me personally through my attendance at the Ron Clark Academy conference was seeing their house system and how it really truly does transform the school culture. The system really created a sense of community by connecting the students and the staff members truly across all of the grade levels within their building. And it built these smaller and supportive families that they call their houses. What really stood out the most was just how the friendly competition is used to build unity, but not division. Students really celebrate each other's achievements regardless of what house they're in. They earn points for positive behavior, for teamwork, for academic achievement, and they learn that really everyone is contributing to the greater good of the house, but also to the greater good of the school as a whole. It's really a model that encourages belonging and motivation, as well as school pride, all while keeping learning and leadership at the forefront and keeping it engaging and fun for students. My kindergartners already just 2 months into the school year have really bought into it. They really show their pride and support for all the houses, and it's really built a strong sense of community with us and other classrooms within the building.
So Mrs. Craig is actually presenting to the whole school tomorrow. So the first Tuesday of every month at Glover, we all come into the gym for a house meeting. And now that all of our students have been housed, all of our staff members are housed, our goal now is for our students and staff to understand that each house means something and represents something. So our first house is Amistad, and Grace is the house leader for Amistad. So we did an activity at lunch today talking about friendship and kindness, and then she's going to charge the students and staff with an activity for the rest of the month. So here's some pictures from our visit. There's Mr. Johnson. Thank you for making this happen for all of us. My team up in the corner, Miss Otley, thank you for taking time out to join all of your staff that were able to go. So we snuck a picture in with her as well. And just 2 pictures from the school. Because here's the one thing too, when you go down there, you have to kind of get past the awe, right? Yeah. Right? Like, it's like, oh, you know, like this, it's huge and it's beautiful. But they will remind you that this is year 18. And you have to think that at one time it was just a plain warehouse where it all started. And it's grown after 18 years. So some more pictures. I made Mr. Johnson getting a couple of pictures with us. There is Mrs. Craig, myself, and another one of our team members, Meg, with Mr. Clark. And then, of course, the kids are phenomenal there, so engaged with you. This is actually, they're on summer session. Part of their requirements are to come back and work with staff. This is kind of our timeline. So when we got back, the 5 of us started to get together and plan what it could look like. Instructional Improvement Day, how would we start to vamp that out with the staff, and it became part of our one plan. We started wearing stuff. So she's on Bindi. Everybody likes Bindi because the chair is probably the best. And so the kids, she would, go ahead, tell your story about going through the parking lot.
Kids they get really excited. I think for me, I'm the kid-natured one, so like, I do love that I'm short, and sometimes I feel like one of them. And so we're housed and we're wearing our shirts, and the kids are starting to learn our chants. And I'm walking from my car into the building one morning, and there's a group of girls walking the sidewalk, and they see me go in and they scream. So they're like, "Miss Merriweather, B-I-N-D-I." They just start chanting first thing in the morning. They're so excited. They're not even housed yet. This is just their way of showing me love for the house that I'm in, and their excitement about what we're trying to build. And they got on the train right away. They did not care what house they were in, even the day they were housed. They just rooted for everybody. So it really is transformational, and it's a right away thing. I know we talk about going to these conferences. We got to have a meeting after the meeting, and then there's a meeting for that meeting, and then not a lot gets accomplished because we're done meeting. But in this situation, as soon as we got back, we were ready to go. Yeah. And there were 6 of us that went. So the teachers were like, we're going for it. And the kids have been riding with us ever since. So it is an immediate turnaround in terms of impact. And that was the big standout for me.
Yeah, so we rolled it out. We got, we do announcements on video. So I put the wheel behind me, and the kids were like, "What is that wheel?" Like walking around, like, "What's that wheel for?" So we did small things to hype it up. And then Instructional Improvement Day, our teachers, they announced what their house was. We had our first house competition with each other. And then if you could, the day before, so we had House Week. So the day before our kids housed, they knew it was coming. If we can play the hype video, this was played right after morning announcements. So that was Monday, and we housed all of our kids, on Tuesday, and our kids made their teachers play this like over and over and over again because they were super excited. And then I'll show you that. So the next day we had our gym set up. So they came to the gym. We had our team meeting, showed them what it was going to look like to be housed. And then if you, they would spin the wheel and they kind of ran the loop, and then by the time they came in, they knew what house they were in. So this is what the kids experienced. So if we can click on the students who, as they spin the wheel. Oh no, oh no. Oh, there, yay. I was like, so gonna be so sad. So our kids, when they circled back, the kids were waiting for them, and they knew what house they were in, and they were all excited, and it was amazing. So then,
and this was before they even knew what it meant. Like, they're still getting ready to learn the first house. So
yeah.
That's what I mean when I say it is transformational right away. They did not care. They're like, this is exciting. We're going to be housed. We don't have a clue what that means. There's a color involved. There's some chants happening. The music teacher taught them all the chants before they were even housed. But they did not care. They are just waiting for this moment of unknown. And they were willing to walk with us wherever we went. So our enthusiasm really set the tone for it. But I feel like our little dose couldn't even compare to the level of excitement they had. I mean, we had our own little leaders that are typically quiet. When the kids were running, a teacher gave him a light, and it was blue, because he was the blue house. Yeah. And when I say he took that task so seriously, like any kid that won blue, he walked up to him, he shook their hands, welcome to the blue house. This is your house. And he's up. But I'm like, what is he saying to them? Because they're all corralling. He's like, this is your house. This is my house. We're in the same house. Yeah. Like, that's all he could offer. But they were like, yeah. So excited about being in this blue house. So it was really neat to watch that happen, like right away. Like I said, before they even have the context of each of their individual houses, they just took on a new level of momentum through the students.
So these are the original 4 houses. We chose not to create our own houses. There's 8 that RCA kind of offers, and we're like, let's just do the original 4. When we went to RCA, we actually got together and housed each other. Like, where do you see me? Where do I see you? And we actually walked away all being in a different house. So that was really cool for us. And then we let our teachers choose themselves. So here's just some pictures of the house. So the teachers' housing, that's Amistad. I always make Mrs. Merriweather take pictures with me. Yeah, I dress really crazy, like tutu. I have this my husband has this 3D printer. I have this crazy revert chain necklace. Okay, so little Mrs. Craig, who's talking about her kindergarten class, this is Yosani. She's in, and so anytime I go in Mrs. Craig's class, so part of River is howling because there were the wolves, so we're always like, ow. So I walk in the room and all the kids howl at me. So every time she sees me, she always looks up at me and howls. It's great. It's so great. And then these are some things we're starting to transform our building. So we have a leaderboard. I have to shout out to Mary Tavardi and Will and CCAA who have taken us under their wing. And Mary has, they bought those crest flags for us that are now hanging in the middle of our hall. Listen, that's my Joanna Gaines trying to do in our showcase with the curtains and stuff. And then when kids do a great job, there's the crest hanging up in the hall. And then I guess questions, try to be short and sweet.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Tome, and to your team. This is the excitement that we need to keep our kids engaged. And so we definitely appreciate you and your energy behind this, because we know when our students are excited, then they're open to learning. And so I know we're a little bit over our time here. Are there any questions to wrap this up? Member Hall.
I just have one quick question, because I know we've talked about this even with I Promise about the house system. Has our kids ever been encouraged to watch the first Harry Potter to understand what the house is? I mean, I understand we're bringing this there, to them, but have they ever, you ever said, watch the first Harry Potter for them to totally understand,
I don't have, I mean, I haven't considered it, because I guess for me, I guess that's probably where it stems from, but I want them to understand that it's really, each house has this trait or this character trait, I'm Rever, the House of Dreamers, and I just, I have this vision, and I will just keep it going till I make it happen, kind of a thing. But I also have a lot of things through Isabendi, and so that's our goal of teaching the kids the traits of all the houses in the next team meetings, because I want them to understand that even though you have been randomly housed in Isabendi, that might not be where you always sit, but you're gonna learn those traits, and this family's gonna stick behind you and build that, and we're gonna help you build that, because we all have all of them, but we might be stronger in one of them. So ours, I guess I've never really thought about it, because I want them to identify with it in a different way.
To create their own image. I understand. Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Sure. Anything else? Nope. Mr. Alexander.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you too, because I believe in when the kids are excited, they're going to come to school, so that'll help with attendance. So if we can keep them excited, they'll come to school and attendance will get better.
Oh yeah. So our attendance is up a little bit, because we sadly did not make our indicator last year. Should I even say that? Probably not. But our attendance is up percentage-wise right now, and our Miss Walker, who spent the whole day with us helping spin that wheel, she worked with tech, and if you look up any of our students, she has housed each of our students. So if I click on Yosani, it will say that she's the House of Amistad. So we do run reports by house. So that's how they're on the leaderboard, so we celebrate that.
That's good.
Good stuff. Thank you very much. Sure. Thank you. So there's some updates that you guys can look at on the agenda here under teaching and learning. But if there's no other comments, questions, concerns, we will adjourn at this time. Thank you. Thank you.